I'm Fiona Mackenzie, divorce coach, divorcee, and would-be adventurer. Welcome to my 12 months of adventure. So I woke up this morning feeling, before I even opened my eyes, I knew that I was feeling a bit flat. I wasn't sure why, but I just knew I wasn't feeling great. But I got up and I started doing some work. And as I was going along doing some work, I was sort of having a bit of a confidence crisis about what I was doing here in terms of the adventures, and would I have enough content? Would it be boring for people to watch? And all those sorts of usual self-doubting voice going on. So I was sitting there and I was feeling quite negative about everything, but not able to really do anything about it as such. So I messaged a friend and he messaged back, being very supportive, and basically just told me to take the day off, to go out for a swim or something, and just to sort of just park everything that I was thinking about and sort of go out and enjoy myself. Everybody has bad days, I think, and there's nothing to feel ashamed of in that. It's a part of life. It's how you manage that and not beat yourself up about it. That's really the key, is to accept these bad days and not berate yourself for them because you feel you're maybe not coping. You might feel like you're not coping, but you are. You're getting through each day. It might be difficult, but you are getting through them. And you need to credit yourself with that as well. You need to celebrate those days that you get through that were hard, because they are a success. And they've been, it might not feel like a success. I'm not saying it feels like a success, but the fact that you get through them, that's a success. But I'd love to hear your comments about this, because I have struggled a lot with bad days, when certainly in the earlier stages of my relationship breakdowns. There was a lot of bad days. But as time goes on, and as I did work on myself and grew to understand myself better and was able to admit my flaws and my faults, those days became less and less, and I became more and more accepting of myself. We are all flawed. None of us are perfect. We all have bad days, and that's all okay. And so I'm okay today. This is what I'm telling myself, even though I don't feel okay. I'm going to hop on my bike. It's quite sunny outside, and I'm going to go for that swim. That's not to say when I come back I might still be having a bad day when I come back, but at least I'll have lifted my mood for a short period of time. And that's really the aim. That's the only aim, is to try and manage these bad days rather than feel frustrated by them and upset by them and angry about them and angry with yourself. None of those feelings are helpful. Accept, try and do something to improve it, and just survive it, basically. So I will be videoing this, obviously, and so I'll come back to you a bit later. I am about, 17 minutes from my house. I've done a measly 2.85 miles. It's really warm, so I'm puffing and panting my way up here. So I'm starting to regret decided to come up here for a swim instead of going to Portobello or something. But hey.
Don't let the silence get you down. Though you've been sitting here for hours, hoping a voice could soon be found that speaks much louder than this music. If you're a little off colour, hands out for the counts, to let it get you down.
feeling miserable in my flat. Ooh, I certainly don't feel miserable right now. That bird noise reminds me of being back home in Lewis, because I lived by the shore there, and it makes me feel a little bit homesick actually. I hope you can hear it because it's such a beautiful sound. And when I was young, I used to, if it was a calm day like today, I used to take myself off down to the shore, which I practically lived on the shore anyway, but walk down to the shore, and then I would sit and I would look and watch the sun setting and contemplate all of my woes, like whether the boy I fancied me too. Big problems, you know. I still have the same problems actually. Yeah, we never really grow up, do we? Yes, I'm going to go into the water, but I've forgotten my tow float. So, you know, it's dangerous to swim on your own. My sister would be applauding me right now. She runs a wild swimming company up in Lewis called Immerse Hebrides. You should check her stuff out. She's got some incredible videos on there. But she does like wild swimming tours and swimming lessons and things like that. So, but she always drills this kind of stuff into me. So I don't have my tow float basically. So I'm going to have to stay within my depth because I'm on my own. And if I get into trouble, you know, there's nobody around to help me. So, but yeah, so I'm going to put on, I've got neoprene socks and gloves because the water temperature will be about 1 or 2 degrees at this time of year. So it's always colder than the sea. I think the sea is maybe 4 or 5 degrees just now, but the reservoirs are always that bit colder. So yeah, I'm gonna go in and see. So I'm up to my waist. This is where it gets tricky. You just have to kind of switch your mental objections off and like just do it, because if you overthink it, I think the first time I did it, my mentality was screaming at me like, this is not good. It felt really wrong. But as you do it more and more often, you can dial that down. So it didn't take long, you know, within 2 or 3 times. I think the first twice I did it, it was an assault on my senses, coming into the cold water like this. But after that, you know, it was amazing. And I wouldn't go back now, to be honest. I wouldn't go back. Oh, fish just popped up there, look. Better not come and nibble my tootsies. Now's the time, going in. Okay, so I'm about waist height at the moment. I'm just gonna do it, right? So you'll see the breathing and everything going. Okay, this can be, okay. Just do it, Fiona, just do it. Do it like you say. Good. Okay. Just do it. Takes maybe a minute or two. Takes a minute or two to get your breath back. See? That's it. That's how long it took. And you know, the effects of this last for 4 hours afterwards. It's a mood booster. And it lasts for 4 hours. Why wouldn't you? You've got, what was that? 20 seconds, 30 seconds of discomfort. Then we're free. The sun's about to drop, and I just wanted to say a word about, I'm feeling quite shivery, but I wanted to say a little bit about, you know, the mood that I was in before I came up here, and how much it's turned around. I mean, literally, this has reminded me of Lewis. I feel a little bit homesick, but in a good way, you know. I feel more connected, I think, to home. That's more where I'm coming from here right now. And it's because where I'm standing right now, this is what I love about Lewis. Flat, calm weather, birds everywhere, and gorgeous sunsets, and peace and quiet. There's a lot of paddle boarders out here, actually. So maybe not quite as quiet as it would be in Lewis, but certainly quieter than Edinburgh. Oh, so I'm sitting here and I have my cup of tea, but I'm feeling pretty shivery. It's one of the dangers, I guess, you know. I always bring a hot drink with me when I go swimming. I stayed in maybe a little bit longer than I would have normally because I was filming. But yeah, I'm going to get on my bike soon and get back home and get into a hot shower. Probably by the time I've cycled home, which takes about an hour, I'll be I'll be warmed up anyway. So yeah, it's just the after drop of being in the cold water. So tell me how you deal with these things and whether you believe you could do something differently. Could you try something like this? Let me know. Talk to me. Tell me in the comments.
What a day to go around, heading